Martin Wall of the Entrepreneurship in Cork. Welcome to Irish Startup TV.
Thank you.
Martin, would you like to tell us a little bit more about your role and about the centre here?
The Entrepreneurship is the IMERC Innovation Hub, and the IMERC partners being University College Cork, Cork Institute of Technology and the Irish Naval Service. It's an interesting place because it's sector specific. It's for maritime and energy startups and touchdown companies coming from abroad, larger companies where they interact in an environment together.
And what does IMERC stand for?
The Irish Maritime and Energy Resource Cluster. So looking very much about how Ireland can build something big and new in that space. This area, Ringaskiddy, we hope will become a real centre for global companies looking to come to Ireland and set up their business in the maritime and energy space. And the entrepreneurship is a really important part of that, layering in the kind of startups and the softer landing companies coming from abroad.
Cork has historically quite a strong engineering and shipping history. The Ford factory was here way back when, and also the Titanic famously set off from Cove.
Exactly, yeah.
What kind of technologies around maritime are you seeing emerging at the moment?
So there is a tendency to think of maritime in terms of fishing and shipping, but actually it covers the entire spectrum of all the technologies that you would be thinking about otherwise. That's robotics, big data, Internet of Things, unmanned systems, energy
we can
storage.
see UAV.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the companies that are based here are looking at how they can use unmanned vehicles or drones to look at marine areas, go to sea and take, for whatever reason you would need it, whether that's looking at whales, whale watching, or is that doing coastal zone analysis and anything like that. So we have a range of interesting companies here, from Dare Technology looking at wind turbines on smaller vessels. You have large companies like Black & Veatch looking at marine renewable energy, and you have naval architects and so on. And what we have is a real kind of cocktail of companies all working in broadly dissimilar areas where they can leverage off each other and build that community of startups and larger companies. The other thing that's really interesting about this area is the fact that we're co-located on a campus next to the National Maritime College of Ireland, University College Cork's Marai Research Centre and the Lear National Ocean Test Facility, and again, as I said, the secret sauce, the Irish Naval Service headquarters.
Because their training bases there as well.
Yeah, so Cork Harbour, right across the water, is where you have 1,000 strong Navy HQ. And that brings massive end user experience, the people who will be using the products and technologies that are being developed here day in, day out.
I noticed you have on the wall behind you a chart of Irish Naval rank markings.
In the office here we have a Navy officer who's seconded into the entrepreneurship, or into IMERC, and that person, Lieutenant Caroline Scanlon, creates the linkages between the Navy, the researchers, the entrepreneurs, the larger businesses, and it's a really exciting way of doing business, and the Navy, for that reason, I think are just extremely interesting. It's
very exciting to see the Defence Forces having such a part to play, because traditionally people would think of the military as being behind the wall. Yeah. But the Naval Service obviously see the value by having an officer on base here. Yeah,
it's that level of civil-military collaboration that's of benefit to both the Navy side of things, because they get to see what new technologies are emerging and can actually test them out on occasion on their ships. And from the company's point of view, they have access to that Navy level and understand what small navies around the world need, and can develop their products with that in sight.
Super. And tell us, is there anything big coming up that people should be aware of in this area? We have the startup gathering. Is IMERC going to have a role to play in that event?
So we have some events taking part in the startup gathering, including the official launch of the entrepreneurship on Monday the 5th of October.
Oh wow.
And also just launched today was the IMERC Innovator of the Year award. So we're looking for maritime and energy companies to come and apply and hopefully win €1,000 as well as a dedicated strategy session from EY.
So very much exciting times.
Yeah.
Full steam ahead.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic, Martin. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for hosting us.